Hello, my little sparklings, and welcome back to my G1 episode reviews. Today, we're taking a look at the original Transformers series episode, Starscream's Ghost. In this episode, Starscream returns, but as a ghost, which seems pretty obvious from the title. We begin with Octane taking a load of scrap metal from junk to Cybertron. Apparently Octane has switched sides and is working for the Autobots. Interesting. But Galvatron has sent the Skuxoid to try and assassinate Octane. However, they only manage to destroy his ship. He is rescued by some aliens who bring him back to Autobot City and his friend Sandstorm. Wait, Sandstorm hasn't been introduced yet. He doesn't come into the series until Fight or Flee. Oh well, I did tell you that I wouldn't be worrying about reviewing these in order, didn't I?
I'm telling you, the Decepticons are after me. I need protection.
He certainly does. I mean, did you see how that rock jumped towards him? Must have been a rock lord sent by Galvatron. Octane takes off, and Sandstorm chases after him. Also, Sandstorm, you really need to check your oil or something. You're putting out a lot of smoke here. After Octane and Sandstorm finished demonstrating that they're triple changers, they were attacked by the Combaticons.
They're after me! Let's see.
Octane and Sandstorm stop at a space station and visit a diner while their shuttle is being refueled.
Stuff always gives me surges.
For 20% off, what are a few surges?
I don't know about that. I'd be wary about these space diners. They don't exactly have the best health code reputation. The Skuxoid attempts to shoot Octane, but one of the other patrons confuses them for the waitress. Which I can see why. They were acting like one of those maids that you'd see outside a maid cafe in Japan.
I interfered with Galvatron's orders. I swiped Trypticon and tried to become powerful enough to become the new leader of the Decepticons.
I'm starting to regret reviewing these episodes in the order that they were presented in on the wiki, because, again, this doesn't happen until the next episode. Octane interrogates the Skuxoid, who is suddenly much smaller. On Cybertron, Cyclonus, Scourge, and the Sweeps go after Octane. Octane ends up in the Decepticon crypt, where he encounters the titular character of this episode.
It's your old buddy, Starscream!
And Octane mistransforms himself. So the other Decepticons dive into the depths of Hyrule, the Decepticon crypt, where Cyclonus finds Octane, which is when Starscream possesses him.
It's nice to have a buddy again!
Now how does this work? Does Starscream alter Cyclonus' vocal processor? Or is he just miming Cyclonus' mouth while he talks? Kind of like using Cyclonus as a puppet.
Starscream, is that you in there?
Only my metal polisher knows for sure.
So, for those of you who aren't old enough to remember, which I take it is basically everyone that watches my videos, this is a reference to the old Clairol hair color slogan, "Only my hairdresser knows for sure." Which leads me to the question, how did they manage to sell hair dye when they only had black and white TVs?
Get out of the way!
There seems to be something wrong with Cyclonus' voice.
Yes, he sounds like Starscream!
No need to be insulting.
Yeah, personally, I like Starscream's voice. And if any bot wants to try out a new voice, I fully support them. By the way, I'm actually beginning voice training right after TFCon Toronto. Yay, I'm so excited! So if I start sounding a little bit different, that's why. I'm finally learning how to perfect my girl voice. The Autobots try to rescue Octane, but...
Octane is free to go.
Starscream.
That's right.
Now, how come Rodimus was able to put things together so easily and the Decepticons couldn't? So, after luring Galvatron into an Autobot trap, Starscream and Octane return home, where Starscream finally becomes the leader of the Decepticons. Again. By the way, there's a weird thing here where it seems that Octane and Starscream's lines got swapped, with Starscream's voice coming out of Octane and Octane's voice coming out of Starscream. Or, in this case, Starscream in Cyclonus' body. I guess the animators or someone got confused by all the voice changing and body swapping. And just like last time, Starscream's reign is short-lived as Galvatron blasts him again. Also, are we to presume that Galvatron single-handedly fought off all the Autobots that were there? Wow, Galvatron is pretty powerful in this episode. Cyclonus may be freed from Starscream's possession, but it looks like he's still haunting the Decepticons. Well, this was an excellent episode of G1. As always, some subpar animation, as well as obvious errors, but that's G1 for you. Especially Season 3 of G1. But the voice acting and story was great. Easily some of the best in the series. And of course, Starscream's ghost would return in a later episode of G1, in addition to an episode of Beast Wars. And we'd get numerous toys based on this episode. Mainly transparent plastic versions of various Starscream figures as Ghost Starscreams, as well as the Takara version of Titans Returns Octane coming with an additional Ghost Starscream Titan Master. Although, now that I think about it, Starscream never actually possessed Octane in this episode, did he? By the way, I didn't even bring up what Octane was doing on his ship before it blew up. Now, the wiki says that he was ogling some fembot on the Cybertronian internet, but that's not what it sounds like from the audio.
No, that's not it. A little more here. Yeah, that's better.
To me, it sounds like Octane was creating a custom character in a video game, or a Pit Crew avatar maker, or something like that. Who knows? Maybe Octane was creating an illustration of what his ideal body frame would be. Is Octane trans? Well, let me know what you thought of this episode of G1 down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here next time for the next episode of G1, Thief in the Night. Another episode featuring Octane, one that probably should have came before this one, but we'll get into that then. So I'll see you here next time for that. On Cybertron, Cyclonus, Scourge, and the Squeeps.